Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm continuing Star Wars movies, and next week will be a little different because it's October. I'll get to that into next week and tell you how different it is. But today I'm going to talk about the second movie of the prequel trilogy, and that's Attack of the Clones. For me, Attack of the Clones was actually the first movie I remember seeing in theaters for Star Wars, and Phantom Menace was the first one that came out. For me, Attack of the Clones was more. I saw Phantom Menace was a lot younger, but this is when I started getting more into Star Wars. Time this was the movie. So Attack of the Clones has a special place in my heart just because of that. I think it gets a bad rap in a lot of things. Yeah, there's some boring parts of the story, but I'm a big fan of like Jango Fett in the series, in the prequels, and I'm also a big fan of how the Clone Wars began in this movie. I love that about the Attack of the Clones. Yeah, I can understand why some people don't like it, but yeah, the whole thing with Anakin and his anger problems and stuff in this movie, I agree, are not the best. But overall, this is a big build up to what happens in the final movie to me when it comes to some parts that are put together for the beginning of the Empire. Matter of fact, you see the Death Star plans in this movie, and some of that are just pretty interesting. And I love the whole Count Dooku thing. Count Dooku is actually pretty cool Sith in the prequel trilogy, especially in the Clone War TV series, which we'll talk about in the future. But this Attack of the Clones is, yeah, there's some slow parts and stuff which I understand, but they're not nearly as bad as like in Phantom Menace, and they're not nearly as bad as the sequel trilogy when we get to that. I still think the prequel, I mean, not the prequel, but I think the Attack of the Clones is a pretty decent Star Wars movie. My favorite part in the series is easily, um, in this movie is probably the Battle of Geonosis is easily my favorite part of the series. It's my favorite scene in this movie. Um, and then how they try to take Count Dooku down, but they fail. And Yoda, I like how Yoda has a little lightsaber in battle with Count Dooku. I love that part. Yoda's really awesome in this movie, and this is where I started liking Yoda more in this movie. So Attack of the Clones is pretty decent. I actually give it an 8.9 out of 10. It's not a bad movie at all. It's not like my favorite Star Wars movie, but it's a Star Wars movie that I don't think deserves so much hate that it gets. It goes to all three prequel movies. They were a lot better. They're a thousand times better than any of the sequel trilogy. But Attack of the Clones is pretty decent. I personally like it a lot. Um, so this movie is really pretty decent. I personally like it a lot. I could say too many bad things about it because I personally like it. I love the scene where Kenobi tries to is supposed to get away from Slave One, and that whole scene in the asteroid belt is pretty awesome. This movie is just it's pretty decent. I love this movie when I was growing up and stuff, so it has a lot of sentimental value to me. So Attack of the Clones, 8.9 out of 10, pretty awesome Star Wars movie. One of my personal favorites. Not one of my favorites, but one that means a lot to me because it's one of the first ones I really, really got into. But yeah, this review of Attack of the Clones. If you want more movie reviews, just be a pause for Star Wars related stuff until November because October's we're talking about different kind of movies for October. So we'll get back to Star Wars still in November. So yeah, hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe, and notification bell. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.